Well, hello there. I'm Rebecca, and probably just like you, throughout the pandemic, I've been binge watching a whole lot of TV. One show that I particularly enjoyed is Nailed It. If you're not familiar, three amateur bakers are put together in a room, and they're given a really beautiful, professionally decorated cake. They're supposed to recreate it with only 2 hours, so of course they fail really miserably and the results are hilarious. I think if you put me in a room with a beautiful cake and a lot of baking tools, I could also fail miserably to recreate such a cake and the results would be hilarious. I've liked to bake since I was very young, but I've never really cared how it looked, only how it tasted. But if I am going to get on the show, I would like not to make a complete fool of myself. So I figure, from now up until the next casting call, not a bad time to practice some standard techniques that I see a lot on the show. For example, trying to roll out fondant for once in my life, or learning what modeling chocolate is. So I invite you to join me on my baking journey. We're going to start from the absolute basics with simple cookies and work our way up to beautiful multi-tiered cakes with royal icing and fondant flowers. Tonight, it's Oatmeal Raisin. So let's go. While you're mixing your ingredients, let your oven preheat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. For this recipe, you'll need 2 eggs. Bonus points if you can crack them with one hand like a ninja. Then you'll need half a cup of brown sugar, followed by half a cup of white sugar. Not to worry about any lumps, we're going to smash them out in a minute. Now mix, mix, mix. Faster. Then add a healthy pinch of salt. And I didn't feel like melting margarine. I don't do butter. So we're using 5 tablespoons of olive oil instead. Then you're going to need half a teaspoon each of baking powder and baking soda. Now I have no idea why a recipe would call for both, and maybe one day I'll actually look it up, but today is not that day, so half a teaspoon of each. I keep my baking soda in a really cool swing top jar. How about you guys? Then a healthy pinch of cinnamon. Not healthy enough. That's more like it. Mix again. Then in a separate bowl, you'll need 1.5 cups of oats and then a cup of flour. And a cup of raisins. If you don't like raisins, you could always swap out for craisins or chocolate chips, or whatever your heart desires. And of course, mix it all up. When your dry ingredients are well mixed, give the wet another good mix, and then you're going to combine them together, adding the dry into the wet in thirds. Second third, mix it again. And finally our third. Once everything is thoroughly combined, clean up your workstation and grab a cookie sheet. Now I like to stop my cookies from sticking by greasing the bottom of the pan and then sprinkling some flour, or in this case, I'm going to use oats. If that's not your jam, you could use parchment paper, or for another more green option, of course, a silicone baking sheet is a good choice. Now, if you do follow my method, use more oats than that. Now, you could drop your cookies on with a spoon, but I think half the fun of baking is getting your hands in there. So you're going to make balls about 2 heaping tablespoons big and then press them down onto your sheet, and that way we can get a dozen on a sheet. At this size, they're going to bake for 12 to 14 minutes. at, again, a 350 degree oven Fahrenheit. And here are the beautiful golden brown oatmeal cookies. If you were following along, I'd love to see how yours turned out. Tag me in a picture on socials, they're listed below. If you enjoyed this tutorial, you can like and subscribe for more. Leave me a comment below if there's something you'd like to see me try. And I hope I'll see you bake along with me next time.